Hi, this is Kanish Paul, and I'll be answering to tricky interview questions. And my first question is, tell me about a time you failed. What did you learn? So, honestly, I've failed many times in life, but one recent failure would be when I was building hardware project, which is basically a AI drone. There, we have to make sure that the drone is perfectly calibrated. But we use a thing called um, cube. That cube basically is the CPU of the drone, and that helps to calibrate the drone as well. So it was hard for us to fix that drone, and we failed many times. But with that failure, a spark of idea came in mind when we used a thermocol and a cylindrical cardboard to fix the cube so tightly to that drone body that calibration was absolutely perfect, and the final result was uh, like we expected. And without that failure, we would never learn how to make these kinds of um, make these kinds of um, tricks, like using a cardboard and a cylindrical cardboard and a thermocol to get our work done. This is part two of answering to tricky questions. And my second question is, describe a conflict with a teammate and how did you handle it and were you wrong at all? So we are humans and we tend to have different mood at different times. So uh, conflicts happen, and it depends from person to person how it happens. But honestly, I don't have many conflicts, but still, the recent was one when uh, there was some financial problems in my family, so I was a little bit annoyed all the time, and I had a little bit of conflict with my teammate about completion of the project. But later on, I tried to get things done. So in my mind, my mood was not as important as the project. So the project was the top priority. So I'm a very uh, I'm a person that when commits will to complete the work at any cost. So I am like I will uh, make my teammate uh, be in a better mood. I will try my best to make my teammate be in a better mood so that project uh, gets done fast. So I usually try to make lighten the mood and use some jokes or something like that so that the project we can look forward to the project and get the task completed first, and that is how I handle it. And if I would say I'm wrong, uh, maybe sometimes I may be wrong, and but I try to get better every time, and I realize my faults, and every time I try to get better. That's the thing. Cool. And with that, question is, I guess, answered. So this is the third question to this. So this is the third question that is basically the tricky interview questions from third. This is the third question from tricky interview questions, and it basically says, "What's the skill you have put on your resume that you are not fully confident of?" Only, uh, if I say honestly, only one skill would be uh, one that I am not confident of. That is Spring and Spring Boot, because these are all full stack frameworks, and I'm totally new with them, but I do have a basic knowledge with them, and I'm comfortable to work with them. But still, I'm just a beginner with them, so I would say I'm not as confident as Core Java. And now this is the fourth question to tricky interview questions. Tell me about a time you disagreed with your manager. What did you do? So I'm a fresher, so I have not disagreed with manager, but I would say I have disagreed with team leads. So I try to manage it on a cup of coffee or something like that. I try to talk out and try to sort out things, and I disagree only when someone is totally wrong. And I think I can make him or her agree with my point. If I don't make him agree with my point, or if I am wrong, then it's I do get away with my opinion. Uh, Whichever is the best opinion should be considered at last. In my, I would suggest that the best opinion is always chosen. So that's the thing. Um, Finally, the fifth tricky question is, what's the biggest mistake you have made in a professional setting? Biggest mistake, again, as a fresher, I have not done many mistakes in a professional setting, but when I was making that FV drone, I was flying with my friend, and my friend was careless enough to catch the drone while it was flying, and the propeller was all like moving, already moving. And when I was trying to get the drone down, at that time he tried to catch that drone. So not only did he get hurt, but also uh, one of the propellers got wrecked and got broken. So the completion of that hardware project was delayed even more. I mean, we could have done that even faster if that mistake would have never happened, but mistakes happen in life.